Hi everybody, just a quick tutorial for setting up a Zoom meeting for thesis defenses and dissertation examinations. First you go to ubc.zoom.us. That's the account that Zoom has set up for UBC with all of our security features enabled. Click on sign in. That'll do one of two things. If you've been logged in recently, it'll just take you straight to your account. If not, it'll give you a login screen where you use your CWL username and password. Apparently, I have had a meeting recently enough that I automatically logged in. Now, before you go schedule the meeting, it's important to change your chat room settings. So don't click on schedule a meeting in either of the two places. Instead, go over to the left side of your screen where it says settings. You have to scroll down a bit to find the chat room settings. The private chat would allow the candidate to exchange email message or text messages effectively that the rest of the committee would not be able to see. Obviously, we do not want that, and so you turn that off by clicking this to being grayed out. You can turn off chat entirely. That's certainly reasonable to do, though it does get rid of one of the routes that you would use to interact with a candidate that was having connection issues. At least with private chat off, any chat message that gets sent is shared to everybody who is in the meeting, so it's clear and obvious what is going on. Once that is done, you can go back, schedule a meeting or schedule a new meeting, either one. We will call this Santa Ono's PhD examination. Why not? No need for a meeting description unless you feel a need to do it. Set the date and time to starting about a half hour, well not about, set it for a half hour before the commencement of the exam time. I'll do this for today at 9:30. You'll want to make the length 4 hours. That gives a half hour pad on either side of the exam time. You can have video on and off for host and participant as you wish. But you can also control that from inside the meeting. So maybe turn your video on, leave the participant off, and that can change at the time. Definitely have audio enabled so they can do it through the computer, or if they lose their connection, they can call in. So leave both of these. It currently is set, will always be default set to United States of America. If you click on edit, you can add Canada. And if you have examiners participating from other countries, find their name on the list. Say you want somebody to call in from France. Down here, make sure that you enable the waiting room. That'll let you put the candidate into the waiting room for the in-camera discussion. It also allows, once we reach the point that we're hosting audiences for defenses again, it'll allow you or somebody else to manage the audience participation. Under alternative hosts, be sure to enter the email address of your neutral chair. I don't know. That way they can be handling putting the student in and out of the in-camera session. They can handle polling during the deliberation period. You are capable of doing that at the time of the defense, but it is way better to do it in advance. Boom, we have a meeting. Easiest way to share this is just to go copy invitation, then paste that into an email to everybody who is participating. Another thing you can do to make your neutral chair's life a lot easier is to create a couple of polls in advance for the oral exam, pass-fail, and the thesis or dissertation with its 4 various options. At the bottom of this screen, you can see a section here for polling. You want to add a poll. Title of the poll is polling. Question here, oral exam, pass, fail. Then you can add a question, thesis, dissertation, pass, sorry, pass with no revisions, pass with minor, pass with major, don't know why I capitalized that, but it's bugging me, so I'll fix it. Or fail. Save those two polls. You'll see them here as possibilities. That will allow your neutral examiner to poll the committee for each round of discussion during the in-camera session. They are capable of and know how to keep from sharing individual votes, but only give you summary results. And it makes that last session go quite a bit quicker and more efficiently. They're not required to use this, nor are you. You could use email or a number of other methods, but it's a very efficient way to take care of it. Other than that, you are good to go. I personally just use this Outlook calendar to stick it into my Outlook calendar, but that's not necessary. It's just convenient. And then you can also invite everybody in the committee with an Outlook invite, which puts it into their calendar and gives them all of the invitation details. So, thank you for sitting and listening. I hope this made it easier, and I will see all of you soon.